to get himself going. Look at the 88, keeping himself in 3 wide. Oh, we got trouble. Oh my god. There's going to be a fighter being pulled right here to the low side. Peter, he goes to the high side. That's the bottom of the track. Side by side to the start finish line. They make contact, but it's the 12 of Keane who's going to win it.
He goes under
the apron.
Oh, no, to the inside. 3 wide.
Oh! Oh, they all spin! They all spin!
Bit of contact from behind. K3 gets turned. Oh, the 77's on his roof.
Circled in on every racing calendar is the month of May. We welcome you here live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Get ready to duke it out for 113 miles here at the Brickyard. I guess 113, I guess you should say that, but we are ready to get ourselves up and situated. My name is Ezekiel Reyes, your broadcaster and commentator here for tonight. Sure to be a fun one. 45 laps here from the get-go as we see people lock themselves on track. Currently about 3 minutes remaining in practice as of right now. Otherwise than that, not much to really say. Eric Keeter sitting up top with a pretty 51.022, the fastest person on the track as of right now. Go ahead, take a look at him, and I actually think the hide all button, so I'm probably gonna have to restart ATVO, so that's not a pretty start. Otherwise than that, multiple trucks here in the field tonight. Should be a fun one, especially with this kind of track. Very large track. Other than that, you should see a lot of racing and action all over the place. Traffic will most likely take effect in how these people navigate the corners, especially entering the corners. Turns 1 and turns 3 is probably going to be the place to watch out on who backs themselves out or who guns in for a move. I guess you could say there's a one-groove racetrack, but it's like Darlington, you could say, but there's a very pronounced line around the racetrack all the way against the apron. You just see that, but sorry, my ATVO is taking years to load itself up before I could show you everybody here on the leaderboard, and there it is. Apologies about that. Let me go ahead and type this all in. Alright, let's go ahead and hide all these panels we don't need, but click, click, and no. There we go. A bit of unprofessionalism. Apologies about that, but we'll go ahead and show the everybody logging themselves in and around. Also show you track info. Currently watching BJ Deal log himself around the racetrack. He finished 2nd at New Hampshire. Has a win on his back, luckily, in his resume. BJ currently sitting P3 in practice as of right now. And you could see the track information in front of your screen. 2.5 miles in length around this huge flat oval. Well, sort of flat. There's definitely banking on the corners. Track length 2.51 on the iRacing factor, but it's actually 2.5 overall. Track turns 4, 1 in each corner. Track elevation 730 above sea level. Track temp fairly cool. Luckily, cloud cover has blown itself off and the track's heated just slightly, but again, fairly cool track. As BJ's gonna head himself on a pit road. I'd say everybody is going to be eyeing off entering the corners because these trucks run fairly tight on this kind of racetrack. No, not really such thing as quote-unquote loose around here. So that means we're going to have to see people making passes on entry and coming with runs to the front straightaway. And speaking of runs, you get a run with a draft in this truck. This truck is pretty nice with using the streamline in and around. We'll finally show the ticker here as warm-up has ended itself out, so we're gonna slide ourselves to the side and salute our nation's colors. And obviously this week being the Proud old race of the 600, saluting our veterans and such, serving our military. Thank you, everyone, for serving our country in the right way. So we're going to step to the side as we go ahead and send out our stuff and such. And we're back here live, here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Really looking around for the Facebook post that I'm trying to find. Because I want to say a couple of words before I get this broadcast situated and going. Because there's a very close commentator on the OSRN side. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to the original post because I don't want to say anything too much. And so we're gonna go scroll to the OSRN post itself because OSRN is if not one of the greatest in terms of friendships between that group. And unfortunately, with a sad and heavy heart, Tim McBriar passed away on May 18th. So I want to go ahead and send out our condolences to his family and everybody and all his friends and the OSRN network. Hopefully they could recover to 100% after such a great loss. So very unfortunate that that circumstance happened. You can check out OSRN and support them on their Facebook and such, but unfortunately, Tim McBriar. It's very saddening to hear that. So we're racing with you, Tim. We know you're up there, man. We know you're watching. You're all the way down in the sim. I hope you see one hell of a show here for tonight. That being said, we're going to focus our attention on the track. And Eric Andrews, at number 9, has logged himself to the top. There's still people qualifying on the racetrack. There's more than 10 minutes. I mean, there's 10 minutes of qualifying here in All-Star Racing. Let's see, Scott Sanderson, apologies about that. The top 30 I think, get themselves in, and we definitely have more than 30 people on the racetrack. So Eric Andrews picking off where he left off from the top 5 from Kentucky. Had a great run. Saw him roaming around top 10. Can't wait to see how that number 9 performs here tonight. Richard L. Reagan Jr. is also in here. Former iScar driver. Has a win in that number 46. Carl Handwork. Jason Odom out on the racetrack as well. And still waiting for more people to qualify themselves in. Dominic Howe making himself onto the racetrack in that 61. Austin Shone. I don't know how to pronounce that, but apologies about that. If I do pronounce your name wrong, go ahead and correct me. He's in the 22 for tonight. Speaking of 22, he's going to log himself second on the board. There's Richard L. Reagan Jr. Andrews, Rob, still making laps around, just for it. Maybe trying to log in a faster lap time, but your fastest person on the track in practice didn't log a substantial lap in that number 28, Eric Heater. Is currently sitting in P6 as of right now. And that number 28 machine. He's in a Toyota in the Miller Motorsports machine. Speaking of Miller Motorsports, Nick Miller, no show here tonight. Yet again, another no show for him. Well, actually, he showed up last week at Kentucky. Hoping to see that 52 out on the racetrack, maybe sooner or later. Currently, the top 10 consists of Richard L. Reagan Jr., Eric Andrews, BJ Deal, Carl Handwork, Jeffrey Meyer. Meyer, I think, led a good majority of laps. Or actually, he was one of the people who stayed themselves out on the racetrack on that final round. And he logged himself out with the top 10 at Kentucky. Watch out for him in that number 50 car as he logs himself in 4th. Good lap time by him. Jonathan Platt in that 43 machine. It's see a 46 around, and that was DiMaggio. Anthony DiMaggio. We have an Anthony Kreiswerder in the 34, but DiMaggio usually in the 46, and that'd be Richard L. Reagan Jr., but Anthony DiMaggio not on the racetrack, your pulsator from last week. But your recent winner, and that number 8 machine of Jason Odom is on the racetrack now, so still seeing some people log in some lap times. The 020 David Adamson currently sitting in 20th as of right now, in correlation to his number, the 020. These lap times are fairly consistent. Only a 2-second stretch from the 2-second difference from first to last. So we have a very competitive field here for tonight. Should be interesting on how everybody navigates around the racetrack, especially entering the corners. As I said, that's probably the most treacherous part about this racetrack, is entering the corners. So we're gonna pull off the panel and show your weather. On the bottom left, temperature at 65 degrees, fairly cool. But speaking of weather, that wind gusting northwest, or now gusting at the north side. So the exit of turn 1 is where north faces. So therefore, if you start from the start-finish line and you face the pagoda on the French straightaway, that's probably where north would be. We're facing south as of right now on the blimp cam, but a very substantial wind. Currently blowing at 14 miles per hour right now, so don't know if that will make a difference, since it's blowing more in a horizontal way, but you'll probably see it make a big difference on straightaway speed in those short shoots. As of right now, everybody qualifies themselves to a go, so 30 people in total here get to qualify themselves in, so that's why you see a lot of qualifiers in for go, and everybody's gonna line themselves up, and we're gonna get ourselves set for the green flag here in momentarily. Now we're gonna show you as well our track info. 45 laps, so 113.5 miles. Just rounded it down to 113. Actually, 112.5, rounded it up to 113. And we're also going to show you the grid here for tonight, starting up top. That would be the number 46 machine. Congratulations to him. As we're attempting, oh, there we go. Richard L. Regan Jr., Eric Andrews alongside of him. Row number 2 going to be BJ Deal, Jeffrey Meyer. Row 3, Carl Handwerk, Nick Miller. So Miller logs himself in that 52. Row number 4, Eric Heater, Jason Odom. Odom last week's winner at Kentucky. Row number 5, Corey Blevins and Jonathan Platt. Rest of the order is going to be shown on your screen. Mark Brannigan had a fast time in practice. Going to have to crawl himself to the field once we take the green. Casey Drake, I think he's making his first start here tonight, one of the Ice Guard drivers. During Clements, Philip Scott. And this will round out all the way to 20th. Dominic Cowell, one of the Ice Guard drivers. Jacob Tyler May, another Ice Guard driver. Cody Dempster. Willie Evernham. Very pleasant guy. You should go meet him. Liam Sheen, not in the booth tonight. He's going to be racing at number 33 machine. I'll wait back there. And Barkler and Silva. Looks like they're going to round out the field. And I think these are non-qualifiers right here, as somebody doesn't get themselves going, unfortunately. William Martin. Webster, your host here tonight. And your in-race admin. Oh boy. Go ahead and tighten up your seatbelts, because we are going to go for a ride here from start to finish. If you're not just joining us here tonight, we welcome you here live for the Indy 113 at the Brickyard Indianapolis Motor Speedway here for the open wheel World Center racing. Not Daytona, but still 2.5 miles. Both have very different styles of racing. Had a huge history behind those speedways, this being one of them, obviously at Indy, home of the Indianapolis 500, and of course, it's that time. This weekend, you can tune in to the Brickyard, Indy 500. Apologies about that, I'm a NASCAR guy, but go ahead and tune in to the Indy 500 as we got a wreck in the background. Oh my gosh. Oh my, yeah, there's people flying all over the place. Don't know what happened there. That's a bit embarrassing, as people are still trying to get themselves situated. I don't know if they're going to delay the caution or what, but green. I guess not. The 45. Don't know what happened there, and we're going to get ourselves up and going. Right, caution's going to come out.
Caution is out.
Yeah, very confused on what happened there. Jonathan Platt is sitting on the 4th turn grass. Luckily there's a faster fare for all these people, but boy, it looks like the 5 or the 43 Jonathan Platt. Whoa! Man, something must have broken that car. because he turned dead left. There's not really an explanation for what happened there. We collected the 5 in the process. I think that's Chase Shoulder. You see the 10 of Jacob Tyler May. Rear end damage on him, and unfortunately, before we cross the start-finish line, we go under our first caution. Here tonight, you see the pace car in the background. These front runners needed to stop themselves before they head themselves up and going, but wow, that's very unfortunate. All these people with damage and such. We'll take a look at some people. You see the 10 of Jacob Tyler May, rear end damage on him. He'll probably have to go onto pit road with that. Take a look at the back half of the field. There's the 5 of Chase Shoulder, the one who got spun. Man, that's just very unfortunate. Not really as much to say about that other than some problem on the 43 because he turned dead left as soon as we took it. I mean, we didn't even take the green. Right. People are obviously gonna slide themselves on pit road. In the background, that'd be the 83 Kevin Forrester. So we're gonna use some early fast repairs. The 22 of Austin Garcione. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's going to head onto pit road. You see another person with damage right behind. There's a pink car. Don't know who it is, but he's sliding himself in and out. That'd be Darren Clements, be 47 with damage. Probably took the 2 to go signal, but of course we're under a first caution here for tonight. Not even on lap 1. See the order on your left-hand side of your screen. 30 people logging themselves onto the track, and you see the 43, the culprit. Is that wreck? Just there on the apron. Don't want to use a quick fast repair. Nick Miller also in and out. For him, he's got to be in 28th. Don't know why Nick pitted. He started in 6th. Yeah. Now going to be in 28th once he gets himself situated for the restart. Wonder what's on his mind. Guess gonna lay it back and let the people wreck in front of him. Guess that's a good idea since that wreck probably signifying these people it's gonna be a long one here for tonight. So we'll most likely restart with either lap 3 or lap 4. Here for tonight, and looks like we got reports from Casey Drake in the 87. His stuff, quote unquote, his stuff turned off. I don't know how you explain that, but I guess that's just unfortunate. Can't really explain that. We got some new panels, by the way. Trying to replicate the FS1 and / Fox panels. See in front of your screen, this is the mile per hour average, and obviously this displaying the leader speed and last lap speed from driver's perspective. As well as this will be the battle for position. You see some names being displayed there and faces, so it's pretty cool. We're getting ourselves situated with like face stuff and such, so we're excited to have that. Definitely a plus. On our side of the spectrum and such. Obviously, a bit of the order's a bit screwed up, but hopefully it can get self-situated because these people did pit and such. It's not displaying the laps led title for Shane. Finally, pace car lights go off, so we will go green on lap number 5. It takes 5 caution laps around here, so it's a very, demanding race with cautions. Take forever, especially at tracks 2.5 miles in length. Tracks like Pocono take years with cautions. Another one, Daytona, Talladega. All of those races take years with cautions. Should bump up this, the pace speed. I don't want it to be too fast. Pace car going at, looks like 80 miles per hour around the track, and sometimes that just ain't enough. And looks like nobody's really doubling themselves up. I think don't know if they switched to single file. Nope. People are now doubling up on the back straightaway. Probably a bit of confusion as to what's happening, because the caution came out right after we crossed the start-finish line and such, so I think all these people might have gotten black flags for all their penalties and stuff. Well, alright, let's try this again. Indy 113 here at the Brickyard All-Star Racing Truck Series. Gonna get ourselves situated up and away here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My name is Ezekiel Reyes, Richard L. Reagan. I'm gonna restart the field here on lap number 5. Pace car gonna head itself onto pit road. No incidents this time before the start finish line. And here we go. Alright, the pace car is in cleanly, and Richard L. Reagan is holding the field in hot pursuit as they gun for the front straightaway. See a couple people trying to catch themselves up, but we're already situated and going green. Green flag, we're up and away here at Indy. Wide and the back around. That'd be the 28 of Eric Heater trying to situate himself with Jeffrey Meyer in that number 50 machine. They go themselves into 1 and 2, double wide, only here for this 5th position as they're sliding all over all sorts of the place as Heater's attempting to follow the 50 through, and they are 3 wide, planted on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, up front, Richard L. Reagan Jr. has cleared that number 3 at BJ Deal. BJ has a win on his resume in this series, trying to back himself up with another one here tonight. See right behind side-by-side action, looks like with the was side-by-side action with the 7 and the 28 of Eric Heater. As they cross the start-finish line. There's a bit of problems with my ticker I need to fix, but got that situated maybe later. As of right now, we're scrambling all over the place in the background. We go side by side yet again. Now Odom defeat to the bottom of that number 50. It is for top 5. Step themselves into the corner. As these people will go more side by side, they're going to lose some time to the front 4. So battles here have to take as quickly as possible to get the pass complete and situate themselves for the next position, and they're still side by side around where the Jeffrey Meyer machine is in that 50. He's dropping back multiple positions of where he started. Started with him in 4th place, now dropped back to 8th, currently side by side with the, I think that's a 6 of Mark Brannigan in that Exalta scheme. He heads him through corner, clears the 93 of Scott Sanderson. Everybody singles themselves out up front. Only a 3-car breakaway. Add 4 if you add the number 9 at Eric Andrews. L. Reagan Jr. has led the field from the drop of the green, but BJ Deal is slowly, ever so slightly, catching up to that leader. Last time by, he was faster. Only 4/10 faster than Richard. Just across the start-finish line, we'll see if the telemetry changes here, and still 2/10 faster, so BJ getting himself on a roll. His last lap time was a 52.024. Richard was a 52.061 as BJ slips up the track. They're going to go side by side for second. Here comes the 18 of Carl Hanworth to the bottom of the racetrack. He sticks his nose entering the corner. And BJ, a whiff of his side draft, going to slide up in front of him. BJ was looking plan over with a crossover, but decided not to do so. Right off the corner. Oh, I think the 9. Or was that my eyes playing itself? But I think the 9 of Eric Andrews probably slapped it off the wall. Here comes Odom on him. Odom, last week's winner. That number 7 machine. Looking strong as of right now. Let's head into 1 and 2. Right behind him on the tail end. That was the fastest in practice. That'd be the 28 of Eric Heater. In hot pursuit, Heater was going to come up away with a good finish at Kentucky, but unfortunately, he came up short because of a penalty. Switching lanes before the restart. And before the start-finish line, that caught him a bad hand as he slides up right in front of the 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews attempting to block the 24 of Cody Blevins. Blevins doing a good job to work the bottom side of that number 9, but the 9 of Eric Andrews is going to get a run off. That's going to allow the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer into hot pursuit. Also have a battle right here for 10th place. Looks like the 27, Casey Drake, Mark Brannigan, and Andrew Gunther. All these people are trying to lock as many laps in as possible. Miller has already crawled himself into 15th place. He's side by side with a 94 of Robert O'Connor. Looking right behind here, this is 61 of Dominic Howe. And all these people are just roaming around the racetrack, trying to get a sense of what their car feels to the touch. Excuse me, their truck. Head into 3. This is side-by-side action for 10th place. Look at Brannigan get a good run on the bottom side of the racetrack. They're going to be side-by-side, and that leaves a hole for the 59 at Gunther. But Gunther couldn't take advantage of that. He's going to have to gun himself into the corner, and you see right there the 59, Gunther, stuck a nose in there. Probably scared Casey Drake in that 27. Casey rounds himself off the corner and clears that 59 at Andrew Gunther. Top 3 pull away. 4th is being led by Jason Odom in that number 7. Heater also following in hot pursuit as well. Heater start towards the back half of the field, in relative to top 10. Start in 7th, now currently in 5th place. Good run by him as we got trouble off the corner and hard into the inside wall. That'd be the 96, and we will get a caution most likely. There it is, Philip Scott with the 96, hard into the inside wall of turn 4. He's gonna have to back it up to enter pit road a bit more. There he goes. And he's going to slide himself. Oh, looks like not. Pit road's most likely closed. Oh, no. He just missed the exit. Probably get a black flag for unsafe exit, unfortunately, for roaming around the cones. But we'll see what happened coming off of turn number 4 to bring out our second caution here tonight. And, ooh, in the wall, right in front of him. I think that was a 59. Andrew Gunther got in the wall right there, and I think Philip tried to follow him in pursuit, and he followed him into the wall. And usually when you're following people into the wall, the person right behind would take the harder brunt. So chasing down for position. And the 96 of Philip Scott, unfortunate to him, into the inside of the wall he goes. Luckily, gets a quick fast repair. Goes one down though because of it. And Richard L. Regan Jr. will pick up the pace car down the back straightaway. And this will initiate our first round of pit stops. Everybody's been on their tires for about, I'd say, 10 laps. Or more, actually less than that. Here they go, coming on the pit road, Richard L. Regan Jr. Gonna lead the field on in that 46 machine. Has led every single lap since the drop of the green. A couple people gotta stay out to get the wave around. And here they go on the pit road, so... Richard being the pole sitter. Gonna slide himself into the first stall, out of harm's way. Goes into his stall fairly nice and cleanly. Oh, has to back it up. That'll probably lose him some position, as one person gonna stay out. That'd be the 91 of Willie Evernham. One person in and out fairly quickly. I don't even know if he came in for a stop. No, he didn't. And that'd be the 78 of Jake Silva. And they round themselves off of pit road. Looks like taking third place would be that 18 of Carl Handwerk. Jason Onum gonna gain position off of that, so Richard L. Regan Jr. is gonna lose the lead from pit stops. It's very unfortunate to him. So Willie is gonna retain the lead. You see, the 78 actually didn't. He came down pit road, but didn't stop. That's Jake Silva. Silva started all the way back in 30th. Now in second place. There's something wrong with my... ATVO right now, because it is not calculating things right. Because I don't think 30 minus 11 equals 2. I don't know. I'll have to check out what's wrong with my ATVO because it's being weird. 91 Willie Evernham, the one who stayed out, will head himself on a pit road, and as well as Jake Silva. So Silva just needs to come down on pit road, top it off with fuel, take 4 tires. Missed his stall, so that'll cycle the lead to the 18 of Carl Handwerk. He started all the way in 5th place. Doing it nicely as of right now. Let me try to scroll around through all my things, because my thing is being weird. Because it should display Odom in second. It doesn't. There's something wrong with my... I think I know what's happening. Person with the most lap slides, so I'll go to the 46. Sorry, I'm just sort of theorizing what's going on in the ATVO, but Yeah, that's what it's doing. Alright, I found out what's wrong with ATVO. The battle position thing was made for... it's sorting from laps led instead of actual position on the racetrack. So I'll need to obviously change that. And I'll obviously need a switcheroo with my ticker and such, so I can display the title with the laps led. Yeah, whoops. That'd be a me issue, not an ATVO issue. Luckily everything was working fine. The essentials on the left hand side, displaying all the positions that we need to see. Top 10 and 11th on back on the bottom side. If you want to suggest some ticker changes, go ahead and type onto the chat what you want to, what wants to be changed and what needs to be changed and such. So right now, handwork in the 18. It's doing it nicely. He's gonna go on the pit road. I mean, not go on the pit road. Go lead the field to the green. I don't know what I'm on right now. Definitely not gonna go on the pit road. That confused BJ and why. But here we go. Gonna go green on lap 17. As the pace car gonna pull itself onto pit road. Here we go. Pace car is in. The green flag gonna drop right now. And we can't change lanes. There was a bit of bobbing and weaving back there. Nick Miller being the outcast off of that one. Don't know if that's going to be a cult or what. Side by side for second place. BJ Deal attempting to take position on the 7 to Jason Odom. Bit of contact between those people as BJ blocks the 28 of Heater. All the way on the low side. Great blocking maneuvers, but I don't think the 28 of Heater is going to be happy about that. As they slide themselves down the back straightaway. Handwork is up and away with a good restart. Look at him scrambling back there. That'd be the 5 of Chase Shoulder going in and out. Handwork's up and away. We got trouble. That'd be the 9. No caution though. Everybody keeps it straight. Nick Miller gets a bit of contact. They're looking 4 wide. I think one car spins itself in the background. Don't know how that is. Nope, he keeps it straight. And we have a huge gaggle of cars back here. Looks like from 20th on back because of that. And that all happened when the 9 of Eric Andrews got turned. And hopefully these people situate themselves out quickly and efficiently, or else there's going to be a wreck between all these people. As that was going on, Handwork is checking out, and look at the gap between all these people versus that huge gaggle back there. Speaking of gaggle, got the 21 turned around. That'd be the Cody Dempster machine into the inside wall. He's going to go ahead and tow it quickly. And no caution will come out on that. One truck also smoking with the toe knocked out. That'd be the 59 of Andrew Gunther. We'll see what happened. As, boy, there's some hard hits. He's heading himself through. That'd be the 21. The first one goes sideways. 21 to Dempster. You can see him right here. Take a chop review of what happened. He was side by side with, looks like, trying to get the underside of Jacob Tyler May. Didn't really follow him, trying to shove the nose in there, and how hard into the tires he goes, and that will eliminate him from competition, unfortunately. Meanwhile, up front, Carl Handwork, the one who stayed out, is doing a nice job as of right now, pacing the field around the racetrack. You see the 59 on the bottom side of your screen head himself on a pit road. And now the whole field's basically just about spread out. There's side-by-side action right Right over here, looks like for 14th place. This is Dominic Howe and Corey Blevins duking it out. Dominic easily up a position on that, but gets up into the outside wall. Dominic made the pass easily on Corey Blevins, but Blevins took advantage of being consistent. And unfortunately, the 61 and Dominic Howe has found the outside wall and will drop most likely to be 3 positions, as you see right behind there, looking himself to the low side. That'd be the 78, Jake Silva. Picked the nose in. Dominic pinched him down. He's going to keep the position. And looks like handwork is just up and away. Richard L. Reagan Jr. has crawled himself into P2. Nice and cleanly. They're going to go side by side here for, looks like this will be 5th place. And Odom duking it out side by side with Jonathan Platt. Look at Odom. Doesn't want Platt to get a side draft down the straightaway, hence why he went all the way to the grass. And easily into 3 with the run. And completes the pass. That's probably as textbook of a pass you could make here at Indy. Richard L. Reagan Jr. probably has led the most laps out of everybody in the field, but Carl Handwork has paced at 46 as of right now around the track. Led 13 laps out of the 22 as of right now. Very nice run for him. Richard has stayed himself in the top 5 ever since the first cycle. Dropped back because of a bad pit stop, as I think Odom has tagged the wall off the corner. From 4, he's going to be under attack by that 43 of Jonathan Platt, and Platt's going to pick himself to the low side. They're going to be side by side entering the corner. Odom sails himself in, washes up the racetrack, but Platt didn't get a good apex through 1. And now into the picture, that'd be the 6 of Mark Brannigan. The more these people run side by side, the more real estate that 6 of Mark Brannigan has to work himself in. They're going to single out as Odom gets the run off the corner. As the battle heats up here for, looks like to be 5th position. Ever so slightly, that battle for the lead is heating itself up. Last time by, Richard's last lap speed was definitely faster, 0.3 faster than Richard L. Reagan Jr. A mile per hour faster via speed. But look how much track he's using off of Exeter too. Probably cost him a bit. Don't have to use every single bit of track. Get a flat arc off the exits of 2 and 4 to get a good run through the straightaway. So right now, Richard definitely faster than Carl as, Richard into the wall. That's definitely going to cost him a chance to go for first. Meanwhile, they're going to scramble back here for, looks like, 7th place. The 50 of Jeffrey Meyer going to make himself to the low side of the racetrack under the 6 of Mark Brannigan. Brannigan also washing up the racetrack, and that'll allow the 93 of Scott Sanderson to make himself to the low side. They're going to go side by side into 2. Sanderson clears the 6 of Brannigan. Sanderson now sitting in 8th place. He is slowly crawling himself towards that top 5. Speaking of top 5, the last person in the top 5 recently just hit the wall. Odom had a nice run at Kentucky. Wasn't a real contender for the win, but a good strategy on his part, and that put him in a good position to go win it. He's currently sitting in 5th place, started all the way back in 8th. He was last week's winner at Kentucky, and they're looking to go 3 wide in the background as, look at that, that'd be the 93. And Scott Sanderson trying to go 2 for 1 around Meyer and Platt. Platt didn't get a good turn 2, and here comes 93. To the inside, a bit of contact there as Meyer pushing that 93 of Scott Sanderson. And Sanderson gonna clear the 43 of Platt. And also in this mix is Mark Brannigan as he makes himself to the low side of Platt. Or at least attempting to. Sanderson now in clean air. Side by side right behind. Meyer being the slower car. Brannigan trying to push him through the short chute. So it's still going to be side by side. Here comes the 52 and Nick Miller. Crawling himself forward. He's dragging along Casey Drake with him. They're still side by side here for this position. Platt finally going to back off. Probably backed off a bit too much. I think the 52 and Nick Miller is going to have a run into 3. No, he doesn't. But Miller is definitely there. Going to look to the high side. Nearly into the outside wall because Miller is digging in that 52. Oh! We got people heading on the pit road. So this will start off our first green flag cycle as Richard locked it down coming on in. Don't know if he got a speeding penalty or what. I see he's going to actually stop it. And tow. So Richard, I guess is just calling itself quits. As he had himself on pit road. There was another person also on pit road as well. That'd be the 43, Jonathan Platt. The 020, David Adamson. And I guess the stint is around 14 laps, so I guess we'll have people head themselves on the pit road here momentarily. There is a 2-3 fall off with tires. First to second, and here comes the BJ Deal machine going on the pit road. Drag along with him. That'd be Scott Sanderson, dead sideways. Miller's into the inside wall as he's dragging along a cone. Unfortunately, that 52, oh! Into the inside wall. God, people are having all sorts of issues getting on the pit road. That wasn't Silva into the wall. That'd be Austin. And that number 22 machine. The 52 and Miller finally pushes the cone out of the way. Going to take a fast repair, obviously. Good choice to get himself situated. Only a handful of people staying out in the racetrack. Heater lost a lot of ground. Might have gotten to the outside wall, but most likely going to head himself on the pit road. Here he comes. That 28 of Eric Heater slides himself on the pit road. Also, the leader of the 18 of Carl Handwerk on the pit road. Drag along with them. That's Casey Drake. The 5 is dead sideways. And Chase Shoulder narrowly spins it out. All these people are having all sorts of trouble getting on the pit road. Dominic Howe makes himself in, also sliding in the tires. My, oh my, look at all these people. Just misjudging the entrance on the pit road. Probably, they did some practice on new tires, heading themselves on the pit road. Obviously, with new tires, grip equals grip. And with these warm tires, these people are misjudging on how they're supposed to enter pit road. And it's too little too late as once you go on the pit road. So all these people are stretching it out. Looks like the 7 of Odom might be stretching this out to be a one-stop strategy. And that might be good because all these people who came in are on a 2-stop strategy. They're going to pit on 30 and looks like at the end So we're in the midst of a fuel fight a bit. But I think these people who pitted with 15 to go will make it all the way around. Because Odom has stretched it all the way to lap 17. I guess all these people who made it onto pit road is just splitting the run in half. And Odom is losing a lot of time staying out on the racetrack like this, but still leading laps. If a caution does come out, that's bad news for him. Not only is he having to come down for tires if a caution does come out, but these people stay on the lead lap. It's much like Pocono. You can stay on the lead lap as long as you're certain ways ahead of the leader. Or behind the leader, I should say. And if Odom catches a caution, there's a handful amount of cars on the lead lap that are going to stay out. And Odom will have to fight, looks like, from all the way to 15th. Again, he still needs to pit. Everybody from 15 on back, it's at least one down. Meyer staying out the racetrack, and Hanwork in that 18. Probably going to score, be the leader. As you see Platt working around, or attempting to work around Heater. But Hanwork's most likely going to shuffle himself to the lead once Odom does head himself on the pit road. Meyer and Odom trying to pull out the same strategy. As you see the 10 at Jacob Tyler May look himself to the low side of that 50 and relatively nice and easily. Oh boy, they're looking 3 wide around the lead lap car. The 91 of Evernham. Willie has nowhere to go. I think the 10 just got in the wall. Uh-oh, we might have a bit of contact there. He's 3. Bit of bumping and shoving. The 9 of Andrews is trying to get around the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer. Meyer gets a bump, and the 9 goes sideways. There they go. Dominic Howell's around. Hard in the outside wall goes the 9. We're going to have a caution. Casey Drake also involved in this. And this is bad news for Odom. Oh my goodness, what a mess as they were trying to lap around the 50 of Jeffrey Meyer. Meyer was on the lead lap, and he was on old tires. I don't know if he was trying to head onto pit road, but boy, Meyer was so slow that Andrews was basically boxed in. The 61 of Dominic Howell. Really don't know where to go, but Meyer just about was so slow in the corner. Andrews didn't really anticipate it, and hard in the outside wall, that 9 goes of Eric Andrews, and I think Eric is definitely not going to be happy about that. See him head to the corner. See the checkup right there. Or was the 50 of Meyer trying to go on a pit road? And the people right behind just didn't get the message. What a mess, though. Otherwise than that, but I think Meyer was trying to check up to go on a pit road. But what a just bad place. Wrong place, wrong time. And Odom is going to come onto pit road. Everybody else is going to stay out because they can make it on fuel. Oh, it looks like Heater. Actually, one of the people who already pit goes on to pit road. Also along with Miller, so Odom ain't alone. I'm very surprised those people who just recently pitted are coming back onto pit road. And those people who are trapped 1 down, they're going to get a wave around. This puts us under caution for the third time tonight. And most likely we'll get a, I guess, a 7 to go restart. So if a caution does come out before that 5 to go mark, it will lead to another restart. But the way ASR rules go, if there is a wreck within that 5 to go range, no caution will be brought out. This series runs on manual cautions, so if a caution does bring itself out, that'll flip the field on its roof again. Everybody from 17th on back all the way to the 24th place of BJ Deal are all one down. Those who were recently involved in the wreck, Philip Scott, Eric Andrews, Christopher Tate is displayed 1 down. Andrew Gunther is displayed 2 down. I don't know why Tate is 1 down, but 59 Gunther, obviously 1 down due to mid-race wreck. Slow pacing around the field as of right now. Scroll to the field as of right now. Up front, Carl Handwerk. That number 18 machine, Mark Brannigan. In second, Chase Scholda in P3. Austin Gassani. Gassion? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm terrible at pronouncing last names like that. Apologies if I do pronounce your name wrong. Number 22, Austin. Thierry Condes. Haven't seen him around. He's running in 5th place. All these people who slid themselves easily in and out on pit road are gonna be in position to come up away with a good top 10. These top 5, actually top 6, stayed themselves on the racetrack, so Handwerk has a good amount of buffer to the from Jason Odom, who recently came in this caution. All these people getting the wave around from 17th on back. Silva, Dominical within this mess of cars. Casey, your right front's alright. I just took a peek at it. Well, these people need to catch up as fast as possible to this field, or else they won't get themselves in a good place. As Willie's on the front straightaway, these people are pacing on the back, so they need to get themselves as fast as possible up here to all the lead lap cars. So, here we go. The sun's starting to go down and Indy has no lights, so these people need to finish it as fast as possible before that sun keeps itself out of the horizon. So, Carl Handwerk of the 18 is going to lead the field to green. Scholda's going to be on his backside, pushing him. As here we go to the front straightaway. Pace car slides itself onto pit road. Everybody catching up right behind. Hopefully they don't jump the restart and such as here we go.
Green flag.
Green flag, and we're up and away. As here comes all the people, all the wave around and such, looking around in the background, and Carl Handwerker pulls himself to a good substantial lead. And the 5, oh, we gotta go over the wall. And that's it, there goes the 47 around. Jonathan Platt involved, Heater's in it, Nick Miller's also in it, into the outside wall, both of them go. And we are piling ourselves, oh, a hard hit for Andrews, and we're still piling ourselves through. At least 10 or more trucks involved in this wreck in turn 2. Oh, that's a shame. And it all happened around where that top 5 gaggle was. Looks like a pink car, the 43. Oh, actually the 47. Was it the 47? I don't even know. Yeah, it was 47. Darren Clements was the first car to get in the outside wall. He stayed out on old tires. Clements did. Darren Clements. And right about there, he got tight, or I don't know if he was afraid of peeking 3 wide, and he slapped the outside wall. You see Heater get turned up to the high side. Darren get nailed by multiple people. Luckily, he was net-coated through, but all those people right behind had to take evasive maneuvers to escape without an X, and unfortunately, they did not. And there was a secondary impact around where the 9 of Eric Andrews was. You see it right there. Looks like the 47. Oh, Willie was trying to avoid the stopped car, the 47, and boy, that involved numerous amount of trucks through. And I think everybody from, looks like, I'd say 18th, no, 17th, 16th, 15th on back is involved in this one. That'd be the big one. So Handwerk's gonna be in good position for the restart. Nope, Odom didn't really gain much ground off of that. Oh, what a mess. Working on our 4th caution here at Indy. And a tight battle turns into mayhem. Carl Handwerk is doing a nice job of holding the lead as of right now. I don't think Odom is going to have enough time with those fresh tires to go to the front. Look at the last lap of last pit stop. You see right there, Handwerk has 10 laps on his tires, obviously counting caution laps, relatively new. Again, I don't know why it was necessary to come in after you just took tires from that run. I think it's a good strategy to go by Handwerk to stay out, especially to this closing end of the stages. A caution could just about end it. Five laps to go. So I don't know. I think we're gonna get a 3 to go restart since the pace car lights are still on. Now just joining us here for tonight, the Indy 113 here at the Brickyard, coming to the closing stages here for the All-Star Racing Truck Series here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the truck. Coming to 4 to go at the line. Still yet to get another restart in, and probably going to be the #1 most hectic restart. Totally forgot Indy had a golf course in the infield. Huh. The more you know. Shuttle's gonna pull up to the high side of handwork. Pace car lights are off, so we will get a 3 to go restart. And no more looking back, because once it's 5 to go, the white checkered flag will end the race. Hence on ASR rules. Handwork in that 18 is going to lead the field to the restart. The top 5 with old tires. We'll see if Odom can weave himself through the field in time to grab the lead and go 2 in a row here in ASR. But as of right now, all our focus and attention is up front on how Handwork will go around, and he's relatively fast. He's led a good handful amount of laps. And that number 18, as they head themselves coming to the front straight away. Gonna take the green flag this time by. Pace car gonna head itself onto pit road. Handwork in the 18 is gonna lead the field to the restart. Don't have a good blimp cam. Apologies about that. There they go. The 5 is shoulder pinching down, green flag, and we're up and away. I think Handwork got a great restart on that 5. Yes, indeed he did. Alright, they're gonna scramble coming into 1. Here comes Brannigan looking to the low side of that 5. The run to the outside, that's Terry Condas. And here comes Odin to the bottom side of that, coming into 5th place. Blazers are duking out side by side right behind. That is just allowing the 18 and Carl Handwork to go up and away with the lead. A good, I'd say, about 7 car lengths all the way to 2nd place. Unless if he screws up or something like that, I think Handwork's had it in the bag. Meanwhile, the battle for 5th ends itself off. Odom goes himself into 5th place. Here comes Terry, trying to mount up a charge for that 4th position. He's going to look to the low side, well, at least attempt to. Odom going to make himself the low side. We're scrambling back here. Look around for, I think this is 10th or 11th place. Actually, this is 9th place as they were 2 by 2 entering the corner right in the background. BJ had to back himself up. Cars doing the outside wall and all over the place. Handwork is up and away. Shoulder's trying to get as much ground as he can, but as of right now, it's too little too late. Odom trying to break the draft as they head themselves down into 3. Brannigan up the track. That's going to allow Odom to come up the 3rd, but I think it's too little too late. Side by side for 4th. Brannigan cuts off the 32 of Condas. And this time by, they'll see the white flag coming off of turn number 4. Everybody trying to block for as much real estate as they can all the way to the inside of the wall, because somebody white flag for Carl Handwerk in that 18. And what a strategy, what a bold one to stay out as BJ Deal hits the outside wall. He's going to lose multiple positions. Side by side here, looks like for sixth place. Carl Handwerk makes himself through 3. One more corner to go for that checkered flag. Into 4. And he's done it. Carl Handwerk rides himself off of turn 4. A good clear from Chase Shoulder. In that number 5. Cars in the wall right behind. Huge wreck. One car on its roof. Checkered flag. Carl Handwerk is gonna win it here at Indy as Nick Miller on his roof in the background. You see him right there as they cross the start-finish line. But all our attention is focused on the leader. Congratulations to Carl Handwerk for winning it here at Indy. And what a race from start to finish. And good call for staying out, because track position is key here at Indy, and it played off for him. Carl Handwerk gonna earn a victory here at Indianapolis. Unofficial results here on the left-hand side of the screen. Brannigan gonna give a love tap to Handwerk and such. As he heads to the front straightaway, and he's gonna burn it down as the 22 is gonna hit the outside wall. I don't know what they're doing. He's spoiling the winner's party. And Handwerk is gonna burn it down here on the front straightaway. Hopefully he doesn't hit anywhere. Well, he's hitting all over all sorts of people. Whatever. You won it, man. And you deserved it. The 18 of Handwerk wins it here at Indy. And as the results going to be shown on your screen on the left-hand side. 38 people signed up. Only 30 logged themselves a lap. And we're going to slide ourselves to the side. And, well, before we do that, we're going to show you the full results here after 45 laps here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Carl Handwerk wins it. Chase Shoulder in the 5 comes home in second. Odom, it's a little too late, going to come out in third. BJ Deal going to end himself in 12th. Jacob Tyler May in 13th. And that's the rest of the order right in front of your screen. And we're going to go side by side for action. We're going to go to our commercial break. We'll be right back right after this.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
And we're back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, gonna round out the rest of the day, and we're gonna drag in our winner here for tonight in that number 18 machine, Carl Hanwork. Here in just a moment. He's currently, oh yeah, looks like he's in the waiting room in Soch, and we're gonna drag him into the booth. Carl Hanwork in the number 18 machine. Congratulations for your win in the ASR Truck Series. You decided to stay out on that final caution, and looks like it played off to you in the end. Talk to me about your run tonight.
Yeah, I think that's really what it was, is that we got those last couple cautions that kind of kept those guys that did come in and get tires, a bunch of them still in the back, because I've seen a couple of them charging back up through the field, but it just wasn't enough time. So it was really a gamble that I kind of felt like I had to make at that point, just to get ahead of those guys that were going to come in and get the tires, because it's a tough track to pass unless you get a really good run. So it's really all track position.
Track position played key out for you here tonight, and you grab yourself a win here in the ASR Truck Series. How was your truck out there tonight, man?
Honestly, the guys, Shaggy and Daphne and everybody worked real hard on this truck here and gave me a really good truck to qualify, which is like I said was big, getting up there, and it was a great race. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the truck all race. I mean, I tapped the wall once, but that was on me. But everything was just.
Yup, and a smooth race from start to finish for you. Obviously, you rounded out with a cherry on top with a win here. Congratulations, man. Any sponsor thank for tonight's race, man?
No, like I said, just giving it up to the team. Shaggy and Velma and Daphne and Fred. They set me up with a great car. So I'm just looking forward to next week and trying to go out and get back.
All right, man. 10-4. Congratulations, Carl Hanwork. You're a winner here tonight in ASR.
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna slide in our second place runner here for tonight, and that'd be Chase Schola in that number 5 machine. Gonna round himself in P2 with a close battle there with Jason Odom, and you saw Odom creeping up on your mirror, and you guys had a close battle all the way to the start-finish line. Talk to me about that final restart, man.
Yeah, final restart, I thought for sure wanted to be in the bottom lane just because of the restart right before that. It worked out for me. Top lane wasn't bad. I was able to hold off Mark. I don't think I cleared him till somewhere backstretch, I believe. But held my position. I didn't really have anything for Carl, but I knew Jason was coming, and I just wanted to gap myself as much as possible before, he caught up to me.
Luckily, it was enough for you to finish out second place. Congratulations, man. How was the truck out there tonight, man?
Truck was good. We didn't get off to a pretty good start. I was caught up in Platt's issue there with his connection or something, and I actually had to use one of my faster pairs there on lap 2. So I thought, oh great, this is going to be a hell of a race with one faster pair. I got to keep it clean, and now drive all the way back up through the field. So it didn't look good from the start, but for we made the most of it.
Yep, man, and luckily for you, you finished out here in second place. A good run here tonight. You avoided the big one in 3 and 4, or you weren't involved in it, or in 1 and 2, excuse me. But other than that, a solid night to round yourself here out at Indy. Any sponsor thank for tonight's race, man?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Hooters car there. Free fried pickles to everybody for a top 10 finish.
All right, man. 10-4. Congratulations to Chase Schola in P2. Can't wait to see you out next week, man.
Yep, we'll see you. Thanks.
All right, and that's the number 5 of Chase Schola, and we're going to round ourselves one position backwards to the last week's winner, Jason Odom. And Odom, you elected to go on to pit road in that final caution, but I mean, not that final caution, but right after green flag pit stops, and unfortunate to you. Climbing up through the field was hard. Talk to me about those final restarts, man.
Well, I had stayed out, so I had never pitted. When that caution came out, I only had 0.1 tenths of fuel left, so I was pitting that lap regardless. And I thought I was in good shape because I figured everybody else would pit because it'd been 7-8 laps on their tires. Then once we got out of the pits and I seen I was going to be 7th, that last caution really hurt me because I think I might have had something if we'd have went green the rest of the way, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, but fortunately you salvaged yourself in a P3. Also backing up your status from Kentucky's win. How's your truck overall here for tonight?
This is a track that I struggle at a little bit because I don't run it very often, and I find myself going in too hard into the turns and not, it's like if you miss the entry, it screws up the whole corner, and it really screws up the next corner if it's 1 or 3. And I struggle with that, but I was doing decent at it. I feel I had a top 5 truck, but you always want to win.
Yep, and you had the top 5 in the end. You finished out 3rd here tonight, qualified in 8th position. Any thoughts to take for tonight's race, man?
I just like to thank you guys and Cody for all you guys do. It makes it a lot more fun and enjoyable to watch you guys' broadcast because you guys do a good job.
All right, man. 10-4. Congratulations to Jason Odom with a P3 finish. Can't wait to see you out next week, man.
Thank you.
And that's Jason Odom in 7, and I think that's going to be it here for tonight. We're going to round the rest of the order through your screen. Right in the front. So I think Callahan, your winner here tonight in that number 18 machine with a P3. She showed a P2. And 30 cars logging themselves 80 laps. 8 cars did not log themselves in a lap. 38 total round themselves out here tonight. Miller wrecking last lap. Going to the start-finish line. Unfortunately, couldn't, make it on the way. There's the rest of the cars on your screen. And I think that'll be it here for tonight. So, thank you very much for watching. My name is Ezekiel Reyes. Till next time, we're going to be live next week here for the Indy 1 at another track. Don't know where we're going to be at next week, but that sums up here for tonight here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My name is Ezekiel Reyes. Till next time, KMN, signing out.